Reports that Global Foundries may look to acquire the struggling chip maker. Joining us now for more is Kujan Sobhani of Bloomberg Intelligence. Who do you think, in your modeling, would be the best buyer for Intel?
You know, it's very hard to find the ideal buyer for Intel. Acquisition of this company in its entirety is going to be very hard, and from an execution perspective, from a financial perspective, regulatory perspective, and more important, what do you do after you acquire this? I think that anyone who acquires this has to divestiture size different segments, because running this as a whole, we have seen, has not worked out. So it's really hard to pinpoint a single ideal buyer at this point.
This gets to this idea, though, and there have been a lot of names floated. We don't have to go through too much speculation, but it gets to this idea that, at least right now, it seems like the initial read on Wall Street, this is almost unbuyable, that at least the folks that we know in the public who would have the resources to do this, maybe don't really have the gumption to do what you just said, Kujan.
Yeah, and I mean, at best, it has to be sort of a multi-buyer deal where, you bring in a couple of companies who are interested in certain specific assets, and then you bring on private equity type of investors who give financial support. And all of this, by the way, has to be brokered in a way by the government. Like, you cannot do this without the government support, because from a regulatory perspective, there's no way this gets done if it is a single entity takeover.
Kujan, how ugly is it going to be for Intel for how long?
I mean, look, they have been doing what they should be doing to improve. It's a pretty large ship in terms of the business. They have the revenues, which is not easy to turn around. They have, at CES, they announced a couple of new product and business lineups. Based on our latest discussions with them, they seem to be going on the path, on the right path and the right execution. But this, like I said, it won't be a quick turnaround story. This does require patience, and through the path, there might be some hurdles that you have to live through.
Well, this gets to the question, too, about leadership at the company. I mean, what is the status right now of the CEO search? And I mean, is this kind of putting the cart before the horse?
Yeah, I mean, look, they have appointed the co-interim CEOs, who have been with the company and working with Pat very closely, and the direction has not changed. So that's good for this company right now, as it is looking for its permanent new leader. And we think that search might come to an end soon, and we might hear something sooner, at least maybe in the next quarter or so.
All right, Kujan Sobhani, the best of Bloomberg Intelligence, a closer look at some of those rumors.